Hola mi gente, hello everybody, welcome back for another episode of Level Up Unfiltered and Unapologetic. I'm your host, Dr. Christina Dominguez. This week we're talking about spring break. Stick around, you don't want to miss it. All right, guys, here we go. We're talking about spring break. We absolutely love this because we can feel summer just around the corner, the beach, the sand, the drinks, the whatever. The very stereotypical image of spring break is very deeply ingrained in our minds. This is the highlight of school and college and whatnot. Now, the reason I wanted to bring attention to this is because when we are in school, in college or whatnot, breaks are already ingrained into our schedule. But what happens when we start to live the corporate 9 to 5 lifestyle? Yeah, we have, our religious holidays or like the holidays for the end of the year and whatnot. But unfortunately, we don't have as many paid breaks or unpaid breaks scheduled into our schedule. So we have to be a little bit more mindful of making sure we have enough time off to take care of ourselves. Especially for those of you that work 40 hours plus a week, this is a lot, you guys. We are not meant to be functioning and exerting this much energy on a regular basis. So I want to talk to you today about the importance of moderation. Moderation meaning we need to have a good work play balance. So the work hard, play hard, if that's for you, go for it, please. I just want you to make sure, as I've always made sure to advocate for the importance of balance in your life. Unfortunately, in our culture, we have a tendency to advocate for a cycle of deprivation. So, okay, Christina, what does this look like? It's the go hard, go home. It's the no pain, no gain, blood, sweat, and tears. We take so much pride in the pain or in the strenuousness of work or an activity or a hobby or whatever it is. It's almost as though we hold it as a badge of honor. When we work so hard, it proves who we are. It becomes our identity and a reflection of who we are. We have to be careful of that because the moment our work reflects us, it becomes equivalent to our identity. Now work is who you are. If you're working hard enough, you're a good person. If you're not working hard enough, if you're not achieving or succeeding enough, now you suck as a person. These are very subtle, deeply ingrained beliefs in the back of our minds that we might not even realize that we have back there. But I'll tell you how you'll be able to find out if you're a culprit of this mindset, of this negative self-belief system. When we operate from a place of deprivation, we're operating from a place of not good enough. So this could be not fit enough, not strong enough, not proficient enough, not whatever. Fill in the blank for yourself. Do you think you're not blank enough? I think, unfortunately, this is a very common system for motivation. And it's a really unhealthy one, you guys, because it's one that is coming from a place of deficit, as I mentioned before, and it's also coming from a place of giving yourself a kick in the ass. And the problem with that is that we're becoming the ringleader, as we've talked about in the past, as opposed to the cheerleader. We're not coming from a positive, uplifting place. We're coming from a place of, you're not good enough, you suck, and those types of things become really unhealthy. Do they work? Yeah. And that's the reason why we keep them in place sometimes. But just keep in mind, yes, these things work. Yes, they let you pump out more output. They make you more achievement oriented. But how does it make you feel deep down inside? Oh, that's just so cheesy. And yeah, I know it sounds cheesy. I know thinking about how something makes you feel is very cliche. But this is why it's important, because at the end of the day, that's going to weigh you down and inevitably affect your performance. There's something that I love to share with my patients. It's this image of, it's a meme. It's a really old one, and it has Monday through Sunday. Monday through Friday, it has an image of salads and really healthy looking foods. Then Friday, it has an image of the drinks and the chips. And then Saturday, same thing, like a really big, tall glass of beer or whatnot. This image I absolutely love because it captures in a snapshot what we do on a week to week basis. And anytime I share it with a patient, they start to laugh automatically because it's so identifiable. We do this throughout the week. No, I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to stay hard. This is my goal. I'm going to stick to my guns. There's nothing wrong with dedicating yourself to a goal, but there is something wrong with putting yourself in a state of deprivation. Deprivation means that you're keeping yourself from indulging in something that your body is craving. Now, I'm not telling you to go eat all the cookies or all the garbage or go watch all the most terrible toxic TV shows or hang out with the most toxic friends. Be very mindful of what it is that your body is craving. And then ask yourself, what am I actually craving? So for example, I know my GPS, the way we talk about I love the GPS, is going to point me in the direction of which I'm actually truly feeling, my true state. So if my GPS is telling me, all right, I'm kind of craving some sweets, something really juicy, candy, whatnot, I already know I need to take a step back and reflect on what might be causing me to have these cravings. Almost 9, 10 times out of 10, when I start to crave the sweets, I know that I'm stressed out somehow. I go back on my week, I look at my calendar, I looked at everything I accomplished, I might look forward to the following week, what's coming up for me. Every time I notice that there's something way more strenuous than in past weeks that's leading to this craving of sweets. So at that point, I have to tell myself, all right, let me address the core issue at hand. Figure out, plan, strategize, take off or put on or whatnot. I might let myself indulge a little bit. I'll treat myself to an ice cream or to a chocolate or a piece of candy or whatnot, some type of a sweet, a snack, to say, all right, I address the core part, but I'm also going to indulge in this a little bit, take kind of the edge off of it, and then we'll go from there. There's nothing wrong with indulging with those things, because guess what? If you keep fighting off, what have we talked about with resistance? You resist something, it's going to push and fight back just that much harder. So if you, in moderation, incorporate little breaks, little treats, little incentives, you are not going to have the binge and the crash that you do at the end of the week, as in that meme that I described earlier. Other factors that can give away whether you're working or living in a state of deprivation is exhaustion. If you're finding yourself really irritable, you're taking it out on your significant other, on the dog, on the cat, on the fridge, on, whatever, pay attention to your moods. If you're feeling more irritable than normal, if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're extra moody, those are all signs, those are all components of the GPS that are going to point you in the direction of your current status. Things that can contribute to a state of deprivation almost all the time, guys, is going to live up here. Contributing factors are going to be mental. Number one, that system of going hard and going home. You're operating from a place of not enoughness. That's going to be the kick in the ass that you feel you need to give yourself to motivate, but in fact, you're actually talking down to yourself, and that's where your motivation is coming from. So let's be mindful of these contributing factors that are really negative in nature, because yeah, it's motivating you, but it's also making you kind of feel like crap about yourself. Not going to go anywhere with that. At the end of the day, guys, when we're thinking about breaks, scheduling in breaks, we don't have to wait and be so starving for that next upcoming paid vacation or holiday season. Try in moderation little bite-sized pieces throughout the week to incorporate stress-free activities, whether it's a run or reading or a TV show or hanging out with your friends. Try to incorporate these things throughout. There's nothing wrong with that. Try to pay attention to how we guilt trip and gaslight ourselves into pumping out more output and being more accomplished by giving ourselves that kick in the ass throughout the week. It's only going to make you that much more exhausted, irritable, crave the things that are not making us feel good or making us feel healthy, and inevitably lead to that binge at the end of the week. Let's give it a try. You never know how your body's gonna react. Doing something differently, let your body inform you. Don't let me or anybody else tell you. Let your body tell you. It will, but we have to listen. That's the only thing. I hope you liked this week's lesson. I hope you found it helpful. Too many of us are operating from a place of deprivation, from a place of exhaustion, and we don't need to be living like that, guys. Try this new formula. Let me know how it works for you. Hey guys, don't leave yet. Please do me a favor. Like, subscribe, follow me on all platforms of social media so that you can stay up to date with the most recent level up, unfiltered, and unapologetic lessons. I hope you found this helpful. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you next week.